What's the weirdest rule your parents had that you didn't realize was strange until you grew up? 1. If I didn't accept my mom's Facebook game invites, I'd be grounded for a month. I remember one 4th of July when I was 14 or 15. I was having a great time with my cousin, walking around the neighborhood, until my mom called and told me to accept her Candy Crush invite. I told her I'd deleted Facebook, which I had, and she flipped out, told me to come home immediately, sent my cousin home, and grounded me for the rest of the summer. It wasn't the harshest punishment, but still, yelling and grounding your teenage daughter over a Facebook game invite is pretty absurd. 2. When my brother was born, I wasn't allowed to touch him or even be near him for several months because my mom thought I might hurt him. I was 6 at the time, but she would lock me and my cat in my room for most of the day to keep us isolated. It freaked me out as a kid. I started wondering if I was dangerous or a bad person. 3. We had latches on the outside of our bedroom doors so we couldn't get out. 4. We weren't allowed to talk at all during dinner. 5. We had to eat everything on our plates, even when someone else chose the serving size. As a parent now, I've changed that rule for my kids. 6. My parents had a designated screaming pillow for when we were too loud. I just assumed all families had one. 7. My parents had a rule that we couldn't say the word bored because they believed only uncreative people got bored. If I ever said I was bored, they would immediately assign me a random household chore, like cleaning the garage or alphabetizing books. I thought this was normal until I realized most kids got to relax when they were bored. 8. I had to know where all my belongings were at all times, and if I misplaced anything, I'd get in trouble. But I also had to know where my dad's belongings were. He had ADHD and would constantly lose things, even when I wasn't home. When I got back from school, he'd ask me where his stuff was, glasses, hat, keys, etc. If I didn't know, I'd get punished for not keeping track of his things too. 9. My dad set arbitrary ages for when I had to give things up rather than letting me naturally outgrow them. 10. Not my parents, but my cousin's parents, had a rule that no one could open or remove food from the fridge for any reason. During sleepovers, they would order one large pizza at 5 p.m., give us each one slice and 4 candy bars for dinner, then send us to the bedroom. We weren't allowed out until they woke up, which was usually around 10 a.m. the next day.